all I gotta say is we made it. Happy New Year. We throwing 2024 straight in the trash. I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing on Instagram people talking about they've been fighting for their life. And I feel like I was fighting for my life. I feel like I lost the fight. I'm grateful we made it. And if y'all feel like how I feel, let me know. It's 2024. We were rumbling. But I'm happy to see y'all. Welcome, YouTube family. Y'all know I love this. I live for this. And this year I'm totally pumped to do some really hard things. This year is literally about doing hard stuff, doing work that I don't want to do, being consistent on a schedule, understanding that every part of me is going to require me to get to the next level. I can't have any shortcuts in no area of my life. I am going to be mentally stronger. I'm going to be physically stronger. I'm going to be emotionally strong. I'm just going to be strong this year. I am going to go after and take everything that belongs to me. That's my motto. And I hope you guys are doing the same. And I always like to pick a word for the new year. And last year was about being consistent. And what I will tell you guys is it was consistent in the year of the upgrade. And I feel like what I thought upgrade meant at the time is not what happened. I thought upgrade was going to mean like money, but it actually was like me. Like I felt like I became a lot better, and we talked about it last time. But I also feel like I was super consistent. I stayed on pace. However, I drifted a little bit, but I stayed on the track of where I want to take my business. But this year, baby, my word is alignment. Anything and everything I do this year has to align with my end goal. And I want to tell you guys that if it doesn't align with you from the inside out, right? It doesn't align with anything you have going on in your life, it should not be in your life. And a lot of times what I did last year was it was a bunch of stuff that didn't align with nothing I had going on, and it made me crazy. So this year, if it does not work for me and where I'm trying to go in my life, it can't come, it can't fit, it's not here. So listen, we're going to talk about goal planning and how we about to strap up for this new year, what we about to do, and how I'm about to hit $1 million in 12 months. All right, y'all. It's your girl, K Sifty. Let's start over. I got too hyped when I said that because I'm trying to tell you, I am going to learn and figure out how to take myself from 6 figures to $1 million. All right, y'all. Let's try it again. It's your girl, K650 Credit. Let's get into the video. All right, so I'm excited to be here. We have over 300 subscribers on YouTube. Let's just talk about it. When you put your mind to something, you can do absolutely anything. And what I want to tell you guys is I started this channel with 0 subscribers. There was nobody here, right? Nobody was checking for you, girl. But I stay consistent, and 300 might not be a lot to you. It's like, girl, you celebrated 300, but go from 0 to 300 means that A, we're doing something right, and B, we're growing, right? I dropped 44 episodes last year. I never did YouTube a day in my life. I don't even know if we want to know what to talk about half of the time. But what I realized is if I just show up as me, somebody's going to love it. And I made this channel selfishly for me because it be things I want to get off my chest. It's things I want to talk through. It's all types of stuff. So listen, you guys have been with me from my day one. So when this thing pop off, just know I was with her when she was on episode 45. Okay? So we're on episode 45 to start the new year off, and I'm excited because this is going to be the year that we are doing everything that aligns with us, and we're doing hard stuff. We are doing things that are going to take us to another level. It's going to require us to be pissed off, and it's going to require us to dig a little deep. It's like, it's going to be hard, and I'm excited to do things hard. So let me tell you, I said ditch the the concept of playing out my whole year. What do I want to do in a whole year? Because I realized that that's not working. I cannot plan my whole year out. My temperament changes, my mood changes. A lot of things change throughout the year that don't necessarily allow me to get to the end goal all the time. So I'm like, we're throwing that method out. What I decided to do was a 90-day plan. And I'm going to do it every 90 days because I feel like I can, get a hell of a lot done in 90 days, right? But I also feel like after I crush 90 days, I can plan for another 90 days. So this really wealthy guy told me that you can fix problems when you're paying attention on a weekly basis opposed to a 30-day basis. And he made reference to that when it comes down to tracking my money. And that's something that I changed in my business. And I had such a better financial hold on my life this year because I paid attention so much to my financials, and I had meetings every week, and I really tracked metrics. I had KPIs, spreadsheets. Like it changed the game on how I looked at business, where I was spending my money, how much money I actually had left over, where we can allocate more money to. Like, that was a gem. So I said, okay, if I take that concept and move it over to how I plan my goals, I feel like it's going to be a lot better. So instead of checking in on our goals, like at the end of the year, like, hey, did we hit it? I want to be able to hit things in 90 days that bring me to the grand scheme of my year. So I made a 90-day plan, and I broke it into 4 sections. So like 4 quarters in 90 days, right? And a book that I also kind of been reading to help me through this plan. It's called 12 Months to $1 Million. I believe that's the name. I'll drop it below for you guys. But that also allowed me to realize I can get a lot done if I just put my mind to it. But I got to break this up into smaller sections so I can digest it a little better. All right. So we are creating our 90-day plan together. And what I want to tell you guys is in the 90-day plan, there is always one thing that is extremely challenging for me. Something that's going to require everything I got. And this 90 days is really something that it's going to take a lot out of you, girl. But when I finish it and I'm done, I'm going to bring it back to y'all and we're going to celebrate, okay? But the 90-day plan for me is all about business right now, and all about my health. I believe that I am the best version of myself I've been in a long time, and I could accomplish some crazy things in my business because I'm so clear, I'm so focused. So a lot of my goals wrap around my business, and I want to hit $1 million. And I'm going to hit $1 million this year. I wrote myself a check 2 years ago that I had to cash $1 million in July. So I gotta get to it. Like, I have it on my door and I look at it every day. Like, I can make $1 million. I never thought, coming from where I come from, that I could make 6 figures. Like, I never thought that was an option. Like, so when I hit 6 figures, I'm like, it ain't nothing to hit $1 million. But I realized in order to get to $1 million, it's gonna require me to be super disciplined, and it's going to require me to say no to some things. It's going to require me to really kind of like, I'm already a loner, but this is going to require something different, right? So I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys to come on this journey with me, and y'all know I'm going to keep it raw and uncut throughout the process. But today we are happy. We are in a good space. So one thing in my physical world that I decided to change is I was going to the gym at like 9, right? I realized that Kevin Hart inspired this, that I can't beat my competition if I'm waking up at the same time they're waking up. So your girl said, all right, we got to get up at 5. We have to get up at 5. We have to get to the gym by 6:30, and we have to be ready to work literally by 8, right? So I've been getting up at 5 a.m. And when I tell you that it's been hard as hell, it's been hard. Ain't nothing about it been fun. I wake up and try to talk myself out of waking up every single morning. But every morning I realize that we have work to do. We have to be better than we were last year. And something so small, by getting up a few hours early has really made a difference because I'm ready for the day. Like usually, like I'm getting my day started later. I achieve goals for sure, but I'm achieving them even in the small amount of time I've been doing this. I've been knocking down my to-do list a lot faster because I'm up earlier and I could really maximize on things in my life a lot earlier and I'm more focused. So that was one thing that I changed, that we're doing differently. I really want to create a community for my business, but it's going to require me to go do that hard thing I was telling you guys in order to be able to develop it to at a high level. I really wanted to learn how to run ads. Your girl learned how to run ads. If you haven't seen them, tell me how they are. But I learned how to run ads, and I'm super excited about that because I believe it's going to generate us to another level. I created an ebook. It's not out yet, but it is in regards to real estate. So I'm just perfecting that and gonna be able to release that soon. I am going to write a book this year. I think that writing a book is going to make me feel like my journey is worth the fight, because I think sometimes, I know it sounds crazy, right? What are you talking about? But I believe that I got this far because of where I've come from, and there are so many people that ask me all the time, like, how did you do it? So I'm like, hey, let's just write about it, right? I read Wallow's book recently. If you haven't read that book, Armed with Good Intentions, you absolutely should, because you listen to somebody who has been able to cultivate a life of extreme wealth at such a high level, and they didn't do anything special. And he talks about why he wrote a book, and it just inspired me. So I'm all about doing hard things and seeing where it takes me. So I want to do that this year as well. I've been partnering with a lot of people to come inside of my community, real estate agents and things like that. So we're going to grow that department. And we're going to launch a challenge. So I believe that all of these things are going to allow people to have a better experience with me as a whole. I take coaching very seriously, but I want a better experience. Everything about my company this year, I want to be better, right? So it's requiring me to go do some hard things to perfect it, but I'm up for the challenge. Like, I'm excited for the process. So, yeah, like, we are going to kick this year's ass, because last year it kicked mine. And I'm excited to take you on the journey. I'm excited to share my journey with you. Don't judge me on the journey if I come up here crying or telling y'all my business or whatever it is. Just know this is Elevate with Kay, not Elevate with you. It's about me, right? No, I think that it's important to share what it's like before you become wealthy, right? Because I'm going to become wealthy. It's coming. But I believe that the journey and the story and the struggle is what makes it so much greater. And I want to be a person where you guys watch and like, I remember when she told us she was going to do that. And I want you to feel like when I get there, that you can get there too, because you watch me get there. You watch the vulnerability. You watch me overcome obstacles. You watch me tell you I'm going to do something hard. You watch me tell you I'm scared. You watch me tell you that I am going to achieve greatness, but I have no idea how I'm going to do it yet. I had no idea how I was going to make 6 figures, but I made 6 figures because I strategized, I planned, and I never gave up, right? So $1 million got to be easier than 6 figures, right? Because I have the ground, the foundation. I've understood a lot more than what I ever understood when I was only making $30,000 a year. So to me, it's like the road to $1 million is not going to be as hard. It's just going to require me to work harder. That's a bar. I don't think it's going to be that hard, but it's going to require me to work at a level that I've never worked before, and it's going to require me to do things I've never done before. So it's your girl K650, road to $1 million, and you guys are going to watch it. I love y'all. I'll see you guys next week.